Davao, a sprawling city of almost 2 million people. It's become one of the most developed and safest in the Philippines under its long-serving mayor, Rodrigo Duterte. But Davao is a city with two faces. In the last decade, around 800 suspected criminals were executed here without trial, most of them young boys, all believed victims of a vigilante group called the Davao Death Squad. Most people here believe the mayor is behind it, all part of his anti-crime campaign. Clarita Alia rummages through her meager belongings for all that she has left of her 4 sons. Accused of being criminals and using drugs, she says they were killed in brazen attacks by the death squad.
Richard, 18. Christopher, 16. Bobby, 14. Last was 2007. Fernando, 15. We all know who did it, but nobody wants to stand witness. When they see these guys, they're afraid.
Clarita is angry and feels city officials condone the killings. The mayor says criminals in Davao bring their fate on themselves.
Better to prevent, do something that would preempt the activities of the criminals. I hate drugs, and I hate lawlessness. I simply hate criminals.
It can happen anywhere, even within sight of the Catholic Church. People have been either abducted only to resurface days later dead, or shot on the main streets by armed men who drive by on a motorbike and don't even bother to hide their faces.
In the dark, the faithful turn their faces to God. Many of the death squad's victims come from communities like this one. Poor and powerless, who feel they can only seek justice from God. In the last month, over 30 more were reportedly killed by the vigilante group. And people here feel too many are turning a blind eye. They want the national government to get involved and do something to stop the killings. But in the light of day, they have to live with the reality. It is also from these communities that many of the alleged hitmen are recruited from. Too afraid to show his face, Peter has lived among them for years.
These are desperate men, former rebels, former criminals, unemployed and uneducated, with no other means to survive. It's a livelihood.
Scenes like this have become part of daily life. Another set of parents mourning for their executed sons. So commonplace, the public is no longer shocked. When asked if he is behind the death squad,
I take care of my city, and that's the drill, as they call it. It's very dangerous for you to do crime here.
Sir, but you're not saying that you've...
Well, I said I would not elaborate. Let them wonder about it.
Another mother at her son's freshly dug grave, who without due process got the mayor's message that crime does not pay. Like many others before her, she now hides her face in fear and lifts her prayers to God that there must be another way. Margo Ortigas, Al Jazeera, Davao.